Hey guys, Emperor Takashi here. Welcome back to our 10th installment of Lucid, no, our ninth, sorry, yeah, ninth installment of Lucid 9, where we just left off where Masato learned of how Rui does not like Misaki, and now he doesn't trust Misaki because of this, which is a good thing because, as you know, I don't like her either. Alright, so let's go ahead and carry on, shall we?
What?
I should have seen it earlier, but yeah, you're too nice. Don't you work in modeling industry? And you supposed to be cutthroat and all that?
It's not like I'm some kind of dastardly mastermind.
Then what's the deal with you and Rui?
I'd like to know that myself. She's the one ignoring me.
They both stare at each other. They both stare each other down. None of us budge. Oh hell, I don't know. I'm going to track. He strides out of the classroom without any farewells or apologies. Hey, can I go with him? Can I go to track? Can I make my character actually have purpose in life? That would be splendid. That was strange. Sorry about that, Misaki. Masa's not usually like that. Maybe he ate something funny? I doubt it. Well, this just got awkward. First Rui, now Masato. Is pushing Miki out into the cold. Usually, they're the warmest and most inclusive people I know. But this time, well, it makes sense. I mean, what do you like when an animal senses danger? They start to react that way. You know what I mean? They're sensing danger, 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 danger. Something save me. Anything. Even Elizabeth. Even Elizabeth. Oh wait, it's a message from the detective, probably. Huh? That was convenient. Yama Ishimoto. 1540. Cafe de la... Pikes? 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 I'm guessing that's Pikes. Fuck if I know. 5 p.m. Do not dare be late, or I shall dock your pay. Also, I insist you share your location with me. Oh wait, I'm getting paid? Okay, then I guess it's better then. I'll go ahead and assume that this is from Shiguri. You'll assume it. It shows it right there, even though it has some weird title under her name as her name. Wait, isn't this on a volunteer basis? What kind of pay am I getting? And the final message. Wait a minute. Does your phone even support location sharing? The answer is immediate. Yes. But it's so old. Some implements improve with age, Ishiyama, unlike your brain, I predict. By the way, I think for her, from now on, I'm just gonna do like a English voice, because like it's easier to work with. But for the text messages, I'm just gonna read those in my normal voice, because I don't think it's worth the effort to read text messages that isn't even read in that kind of voice out like that. Why am I working for this woman again? Whatever. I mashed a few buttons to share my location with her. It's not like she'll break into my house and steal my stuff, right? Since she's a detective in official capacity, she'd get in a lot of trouble. I think anyone would get in a lot of trouble for breaking into your house, wouldn't they? Wait, am I legitimately entertaining this idea? Ugh, this woman terrifies me. I think the way your brain works would terrify most people. Not in the scary way, though, more in the, like, what is wrong with this guy kind of way. Dude, why are you smiling? Huh? Smiling?
Grinning, as a matter of fact.
Grimacing, not grinning. There's a big difference. Sorry, but something came up, so turns out that I have to go. Yes. That's fine. I have my club to see to.
Oh, you have a club?
Yeah. I just started it. Want to join? It's called the Happy Club.
Oh, sorry, but my work schedule limits my ability to participate in clubs.
Oh well, that makes sense. Wow, smooth. She should go into politics. Who in their right mind would actually want to join a group called the Happy Club? Then, ladies and gentle fellows, I shall be off. See ya! Bye, Yahiko. You too, Misaki.
Have a good rest of the day, Yama.
And with that, we managed to barely salvage the awkward atmosphere as we go our separate ways. I pull up this Cafe de la Pikes on my phone and find that it's on the same street as GFC. Well, that makes this an easy walk, unless, of course, she's referring to the other Cafe de la Pikes, which is on the faraway border of District 8. Might as well try the closest one first. Shigure doesn't seem like the type to go out of her way just to make me miserable. Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? He doesn't remember their first encounter, I think. I don't know if she's a bad person per se, but she definitely seems like the kind that likes to cause trouble. Or rather, she doesn't seem like the type to inconvenience herself. Well, maybe. I don't even think she realizes that she may be inconveniencing herself. There are cliques of academy students throughout the streets, girls immersed in superficial gossip, and guys exchanging ridiculous dares. Ridiculous dares? Oh my, the rambunctious youth. Oh yes. I pass by a handful of police officers on the way. They nod courteously, but there's a shadow to their evaluating gazes. Obviously, they suspect you as a murderer. Yes. I keep my stride long and my steps quick as I round the corner to the denoted rendezvous point. When I first see the place, I have to double check my phone to make sure I didn't take a wrong turn somewhere. By the quaint, lovely name, I was expecting some charming variation of the polished, established Buckstar Coffee House. Instead, I'm met with the definition of modest: chipped paint, dusty windows, and a swaying sign with 3 broken letters. That sounds a little less than modest. That sounds more like run down. Chipped paint, dusty windows, they're not even taking care of it. Come on now. Being modest is exaggerating. Or being a little too kind. Maybe this is Shigure's way of extracting revenge. Vengeance. Wait, vengeance? Vengeance? What? Okay. I take a deep breath before I enter the cafe. It actually seems kind of nice inside. I thought he was saying it had chipped paint and everything. I guess he was just talking about the outside. Although it's really bad business sense to make the outside look really bad, but then the inside look good. I mean, literally, you're attracting customers with what's outside, typically. Well, no matter. Surprisingly, the place is really decent on the inside. Sophisticated and sleek, the array of elegant furniture is punctuated by the black grand piano along the far wall of the cafe. A delectable smell of butter and sugar drifts from the counter of the shop, where several intricate glass displays boast rows of unique pastries reminiscent of a fairy tale world. Wow, are fairy tale worlds and pastries thought of together? Welcome, may I take your order? The cashier greets me with a smile, drawing me to the front counter. Wait a minute, isn't she? You're... Come to think of it, I've never seen where she goes after class ends. Of all people, it would be you. Consider it your lucky day. Just give me your order. This situation is just too good to pass up, Elizabeth, a cashier. Do enlighten me. Why would such a wealthy, empowered young woman stoop to making lattes and washing dishes? Work experience, obviously. Every successful person comes from humble beginnings. I might believe her, but the way she's averting her eyes is suspicious. So, why didn't your parents get you some cushy internship at your dream corporation? You know, some people want to earn their success instead of being spoon-fed by their parents. But being spoon-fed is so much easier. I've learned by now that comments like these will tick off Elizabeth more than actual insults, so I'm guessing he's trying to be aggravating. Although it's kind of like his normal personality, if you ask me. Sure enough, it works. You're insufferable. You're insufferable. And you always come up with the same comeback. Yes, well, what's that? I should complain to customer service about an abusive cashier? Just order already. As I lazily glance over the pastry display, a flicker of motion catches my eye. It's the girl who always hangs around Elizabeth, an ordinary student settled in the corner, elbow propped on her table, eyes glinting in amusement as she absentmindedly twirls a pencil between her fingers. Her back is slouched, her smile carefree, but there's something that seems a little odd about her. Elizabeth seems to notice my switch of attention and clears her throat. Are you going to order, or are you going to waste space, like always? Oh, give him a moment, Beth. I glance at the book that's lying open, faced on her table, Advanced English, Syntax, and Grammatical Principles, version 3. That's the same text that I have for English. She must also be a third year, but in a different class. Head tilted slightly, eyebrows raised, just barely. I get the impression that she's studying me just as hard as I'm studying her. Who are you? Isn't it courteous to introduce yourself before you demand my identity? As your buddy Lizzie has probably told you, courtesy isn't my strong suit. Oh? Then what is? Nothing. Just a bit of friendly advice, Beth. But you may want to watch your step around this one. What makes you say that? Why? He figured you out. This elicits an unusual reaction from Elizabeth. Bitten lips, fiddling hands, and an anxious shift of the eyes. Odd, I don't recall figuring out anything. Well, Yama? Why don't you give Beth a little grace? Her eyes are twinkling at me challengingly, like she knows I don't know, but wants me to figure it out. Why would she do that? Why isn't she taking Elizabeth's side? Fine, I'll apologize. Just don't tell anyone. Well now, I really have no clue what's going on, but I might as well go along with it. Yeah, why shouldn't I? How? She seems at a loss for words. I can't help but grin. You'll pay me? You know I can't. That catches me off guard, but thankfully I'm able to hide my expression just in time. Interesting, she can't pay. That can only mean that she's not as high and mighty as she pretends to be. Hey, buddy. Are you just now figuring out that she's not rich? Come on. The moment that girl walked up, you should have been able to know. Maybe her spending is restricted by her parents, or maybe she's legitimately poor. This just gets better and better. So it's that big of a deal if everyone finds out. Don't even think about it. Yep, definitely not the rich, perfect princess that everyone was led to believe she was. Say, pretty pleased with the cherry on top. Pretty pleased with the cherry on top. As baking goes, it's subpar, but I decide to let it go. I don't plan on making her life miserable. It's more of a power thing. With blackmail hanging over her head, she'll finally stop bothering me. I turn from the counter to survey the pastry case. Elizabeth's shoulders drop in relief. The girl at the table loses interest and returns to fiddling with her pencil. You never did tell me your name. Am I obliged to? As you said, it's common courtesy. Now, when did I say I was courteous? She brushes her pencil into her bag and slings it over her shoulder, winking at Elizabeth. I'll see you later, Beth. And Yama, play nice. She floats out of the cafe without another word, shutting the door softly behind her. Come to think of it, how did Elizabeth know my name? How did she know my name? She probably learned it from Elizabeth. So Elizabeth rings up my order of 3 pastries and a smoothie. As I spend why am I tripping over words so much? As I spend a few minutes pondering the strange girl. What's her name? Why do you want to know? Is it really that big of a deal? Elizabeth sighs in clear exasperation. Her name is Natsuki Tanaka. Now, you can hit on her. Congratulations. Now you can hit on her. Congratulations. I lean over the counter until my face is an inch away from hers. What makes you think she's the one I want to hit on? Elizabeth glances away, instinctively disturbed by my proximity. Oh, is she now? Ho 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 ho. Ho 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 ho. Merry Christmas. Right as I'm about to feel a rush of triumph, I catch a slight scent of country lavender with a hint of vanilla. It's oddly magnetic. I'm subtly bulldozed by a sensory onslaught. I can see the curl of her long lashes, the gleam of her eyes, every perfectly tapered point of her hair, the subtle curve of her lips. I stagger backwards, fighting against the images in my head. I need to get a hold of myself. This is Elizabeth. She's always been pretty. Why let it mess with me now? In a shaky attempt to cover my slip-up, I shove a bill forward. Keep the change. Elizabeth elegantly plucks the bill from my hand, and before I can process what's happening, she wrapped her finger around my collar, pulling me forward. For a few painful seconds, she stays there, her lips inch from my jawline. Her lips an inch from my jawline. Keep what change? You didn't give me enough in the first place. She releases me and I glance at the bill I handed her. Only 1,000. The graph is right. I feel a little flush flare at my cheeks as I slide another bill to her. The corners of her mouth full of just slightly. Careful. I don't want everyone to know that you're actually horrible. Yeah. She's genuinely amused as she passes me my order and bustles off to make my smoothie. I hate to admit it, but she doesn't look bad when she smiles. Get a grip, Yama. This is Elizabeth, who hounded you all of last year. The Elizabeth who keeps butting into things that aren't her business. Well, since this is like... If we're assuming this keeps on the, harem anime trope, then obviously that's because she actually likes you. And she's probably just playing a part. Because that seems to be the way this is going so far. Except that this character is even more of a, well, he's like, he gets that people like it. Like, he understands girls' feelings to some degree. He just denies them flat out. But he can't actually tell them that because he's afraid of losing friends. So, he has the wimpy part of a harem main character. Not quite the density level of a main character. but also slightly more of an asshole level than the main character of a harem anime. So he's almost there. He's like his ended up bouncing out to him being a harem character anyways. So let's carry on, shall we? The Elizabeth who, I already read that. The Elizabeth who believes that everything is in her control. That Elizabeth. Back to my senses, I select a butter croissant and throw the other 2 pastries in my backpack. There's not much to do, so I follow Elizabeth to the blenders. Apparently she's recovered because her face is set to its default disapproving scowl. What are you doing? Eating a croissant. Stop staring. You know, your workstation has windows for a reason. And that reason is not for you to stare at me like a pervert. What about an admiring fanboy? Blimey, you're insufferable. I can't help but chuckle as a tinge of English leaks through her accent. So, are you actually from England? Okay, so that's why my friend said she was English. Okay, so the accent, so I was right to change my accent for her then. Okay. Why are you asking me all these questions? I'm bored, and you're taking a long time to make my smoothie. Maybe I wouldn't take so long if you would stop distracting me. Maybe you need to learn how to actually focus. She huffily slams the lid down on the blender and starts it up. The roar of the machine blurs the sound between us. Oh dear me! I would like some tea and crumpets! Oh wow, what a douche! But I can't say I hate that form of humor. Elizabeth's shoulders tighten in clear annoyance. Tally-ho, old sport! What say you to some fish and chips? The blender picks up speed until it begins to whine. The weather is positively ghastly today, is it not? The blender stops. Elizabeth wordlessly pours the mixture into a cup and caps it, handing it over the window. Firstly, I was born and raised in Japan, just like everyone else. Secondly, just because you're not bilingual doesn't mean you have to mock people who are. She tears the wrapper off that end of a straw and sticks it roughly into the smoothie. Have a nice day. Come again. With that, she strides into the back room, leaving me by myself. I actually feel uneasy as I settle into a corner. I'd expect Elizabeth to lash out at me, just like every other time. But she was calm, honest, even if clearly annoyed. Is her heritage a weak spot? Did I bring up something that should have been left alone? Furthermore, why am I letting it bother me? Maybe because you actually have a spot deep inside you that's not a douchebag. Wouldn't that be special? She's never showed me mercy, not on the days where I just wanted to be left alone. The days where life almost wasn't worth it. Shouldn't I do the same? As I bite into my croissant, hoping to distract myself with its taste, the door of the cafe swings open. Shigure storms in, the tiny manifestation of fury, as she clutches her phone against her ear, barking into its mouthpiece. As I previously explained, the situation now merits further scrutiny. Have you complied to the informative analysis of the extraction methods? Your arrant incompetence disgusts me. Trust that you shall be receiving a visitation from your supervising officer within the next 24 hours. Good day. She angrily shuts her phone and stuffs it in her pocket. Only then do her eyes land on me. Ah, Ishiyama. At last, someone with a manageable quantity of incompetence. Nice to see you too, I guess. Show me the receipt of your purchase. Purchase? For the pastries. I almost ask her why, but decide to just shut up and give her the receipt. She promptly marches to the counter, taps her wallet against the card receiver, and marches back with 1,300 and change. She slides this to my side of the table with an expectant look. You need me to buy coffee for you? This is reimbursement. As your superior, I'm treating you for this meeting. Oh, thanks. I'm honestly surprised. She came across as the type of person to make me pay for both of us, actually. Dude, that's a little too much. You're you're working for her. Did you forget about that? You're probably gonna be helping her in some way. I mean, come on, if you're a decent human being, of course the person that's asking for help is gonna compensate. Now, regarding tonight's mission. Indeed, one of my asinine colleagues mislaid a pivotal dossier within the 6th district of Isamu. The 6th out of 9 districts, also known as the District of Drugs, Gangs, and General Mayhem, where little children ought not go. I think I know where this is headed. Yeah, I'm sure you do, kid. Your assignment is to retrieve it tonight. Yeah, saw that one coming. And why would I do this? You agreed, dude! You agreed to work for. The better inquiry is, what abhorrent consequence shall befall you if you do not? That stalls me for a moment, but I managed to think of a passable reply. Clearly nothing Clearly nothing too terrible, since you need me to get it for you instead of going yourself. Funny enough, instead of lashing out at this remark, Shigure only seems impressed. Perhaps you'll pass after all. Pass? The dossier's whereabouts are currently being established. I shall contact you with additional instructions at a later time. I didn't even say I would do this. I doubt that availability is an issue. How does she know? I'm not even going to ask. Not having a schedule conflict doesn't mean that I'll take it. Then consider it your municipal burden. But I never agreed to... Do you not wish to be something? To be someone extraordinary? To do something significant with your inconsequential existence? Then it's settled. Stay in touch. She abruptly tilts her cap and storms out of the cafe, leaving me in stunned silence. I returned to my apartment feeling an unusual kinship with on-call military personnel. At this moment, everything is peaceful and quiet, to the point of boredom. But the more I wait, the antsier I get, like a ball of energy is tangled up inside me. I'd almost like to just go and get it over with, but District 6 is huge. There's no way I could find it without at least some general guidelines. I'd be going to the sketchiest area of the city, with no backup, no support, no health insurance. Heck, this is probably illegal for Shigure to do. Oh, whatever, it'll be interesting. And helpful, apparently. Since I have some free time right now, maybe I should. Alright, I guess we'll be watching Go for Mecha then again, guys. Alrighty then. Well, I guess I'll do Go for Mecha and then we'll end the episode there. Alright, let's go ahead and give it a go. Go for Mecha would be a nice break from today's insanity. I turn off the lights and settle back on my couch, fixing my ears on the laptop screen. President Jay Graves is sifting through paperwork. On a cupboard desk behind him is a blurry Dropbox backdrop of... Is that the White House? This background has been blurred due to copyright issues. How can the... Wait, the White House is copyrighted? If I squint, I can read the caption at the bottom corner stating this background has been blurred due to copyright issues. He shifts through paperwork for a good 5 minutes, maybe more. It's not exciting to say the least. Wait, how is that actually part of the show? Shifting through paperwork for a whole 5 minutes. Crash! I'm about to close the video out of boredom when there's a huge crash! And his door explodes with a clearly fake explosion, hailing in a group of 5 women, no men. Each of them bears an open blazer, some eye, burning neon color, and atrocities for skinny jeans hiked up to their hips. And their hair, long and silky to their shoulders, or awkwardly curls, and a crown over their head, or messy waves that fall over their eyes, until you wonder how they can see straight. President Graves calmly sets aside his stacks of paperwork, folds his hands together, and evaluates the unusual group. Can I help you, sirs? Then the 5 strangers suddenly strike dramatic poses, hands on hips pointing to nowhere, fake karate stances, even miming a teapot. This is disturbing. One of them steps forward, shaking his head like he's in a shampoo commercial. Words spew from his lips in a rhythmical rap. We are the group called Chaos. If you want to live, then you'd better flee. Cox! Chaos! Not Cox. Chaos. I am the leader. Chigo. Minam. What the fuck, dude? Bless you. No, that is my name. Gigak Minam, the leader of Chaos. Suddenly, the other members leap in front of him, crouching to the ground in another dramatic pose. The best band the world has got. Hit us with your bestest shot. Dazzling fan service, plastic enhancers, and top-notch dancers. You're a K-pop boy band. Yes, we are a K-pop band, and we demand to tour America to increase our loyal slaves, fan base. Certainly not. Americans are free peoples. I will not allow them to be bound to you. The members suddenly jump in synchronization, pounding into the ground in some neo-interpretive dance move. When they stand again, they're singing in jazzy 5-part harmony. Oh, baby! No, you didn't! Nothing can stand in our way! Oh, baby, gotta get with it! You're in our world of pain! President Graves falls to his knees, clutching his ears in agony. The singing! It's hypnotic! Gopher! Mecker! Mobilize! The backdrop, which has been wavering precariously for a solid 5 minutes, tips over as the president's robot bursts onto the scene, revealing a very ordinary-looking backyard. I'm not sure whether to be exasperated or impressed at the fact that none of the actors seem fazed. Oh, you poor fool. It'll take more than that simple tool. Go, fangirls! I choose you! He flings out his arm, and a huge crowd of preteen girls swarms from off-screen, screaming and waving picket signs and surrounding the poor model robot. The robot, now that I get a closer look, it seems like it was built from tin cans, collapses beneath their weight. No! What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Really? The president staggers to his feet, his mouth set in a grimace. Give me liberty, or give me death! He reaches into his oversized suit and whips out some awkward contraption that looks like the bastard child of an electric guitar and a shotgun. He slams down on the strings, shaking his hair back and forth, which would have been more impressive if it wasn't cropped so close to his skull. The song sounds oddly like America's national anthem, if the national anthem was hard metal, that is. Oh, say, can you see my motherfucking electric guitar? The members of Chaos quickly clamp their hands against their ears and raise their voices until they're screaming in 5-part harmony. Your eyes, nose, lips, your touch that once could touch us. It's hopeless now. They start throwing little containers of, is that eyeliner, at the president, who repels them with a sweep of his guitar. What so proudly we hailed as the Chaos's first screaming. Sorry, you'll be proven. Wrong or wrongest, baby. President Graves jerks to the end of his guitar, and spray of poorly green screen bullets flies towards Chaos. In one fluid motion, Gagox Minam reaches into his pocket, uncaps a small container of hair gel, and wraps his hand around his bangs until his hair turns into a spike. With a swing of his head, the bullets bounce harmlessly off of his hair lance. Open new hairstyle. President Graves staggers to his knees as the Chaos members jump in place. No! Is this the power of viral video? With trembling fingers, he taps the electric guitar. Suddenly, Yahiko, in his trusty blonde wig and pink dress, materialize out of nowhere. And I'm not singing that again. This video failed me last time, I tell you. And I had to say that before. I will not sing Taylor Swift ever again. Curse her. Curse the bitch. She has terrible music. I don't know what people think when they listen to her. Terrible taste in music, I dare say. Good sirs. He starts spasming like a lunatic, emitting pulses of energy that fling Chaos into the sky. It looks so realistic that I find myself wondering if it actually happened during filming. No! Chaos is blasting off again! As they disappear with a convenient twinkle, clearly added in post-production, President Graves pats Yahiko on the shoulder. Good job, Tater Miffed. Thanks to you, America will sleep in peace. As the ending credits roll, a voice in the background proclaims that any resemblances to persons living or dead is purely coincidental. Yeah, sure. Alright, so that's going to be it for this episode, everyone. I love you all, and I hope you all have a great day. I will see you in the next video!